Thank you guys. Look at this. We're at 3,000. Also, I just want to address. I know I said it wrong. I thought it was the odd one is out. It's the odd is out. I said the odd one is out. I don't know why I said that. So all the comments on this video have been like, Poseidon, that's not how you say it. I'm sorry. I didn't know. Okay. I had no idea. I'm just negative brained. I just can't help it. My transition's so cute. Thank you. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I'm trying to keep up with daily uploads. We have one coming out tomorrow. I think that's one of the Uma Musume ones coming out tomorrow. So that'll be a thing. That's what sends us over the edge. Do you ever react to the Twitter thread? That'll be next week. I did not have time to fit it into this week's schedule, but it'll be next week. I'll be reacting to your TCG stuff. Yeah. I promise I have not forgotten. I've just haven't found time to squeeze it into the schedule. No worries, chat. I'll react to your TCG stuff very soon. Very, very soon. But we'll be reacting to this video. Symbolic Rudolph. I swear I did not start it. Alright, chat. What are we gonna watch? Trading card games suck. No, they don't. Okay, maybe some of them do. Maybe some of them do. Wait, what is she reacting to?
Head to extra.
Maybe we should react to this. What is this? Why trading card games suck? Oh my goodness. No, I disagree, and it totally isn't because I am a trading card game streamer outside of reacting. I saw that thumbnail of Smugalana and I was like, huh, let me take a look, but she's reacting to this video. Also, why are we watching a shirtless man? Why aren't we watching a shirtless man? I feel like that is a better question. But you know what? You piqued my interest, and now I'm gonna watch this. This was not on the plan of today's videos to watch, but I feel like we have to now.
Tug.com right now, where you can see me absolutely completely naked. Well,
what a way to start the video. Yeah, guys, you click on this website to see me naked. You guys want to see me cock and balls out? Yeah, click on this.
That's not true. Chris, zoom out, let him know I'm not
oops.
completely naked. But it's an exclusive video.
I'm disappointed. I am extremely disappointed now.
Content on extratug.com if you want to check that out. It does get a little raunchy, at least. Trading cards, the most expensive cardboard one could ever own. They're the original mystery loot box, and I hate them so much. I hate them because I love them. I've bought so many Magic the Gathering packs.
That is so real. I hate them so much because I love them. Yeah, the clickbait did work, chat.
Because I love gambling and little critters.
Yes!
There's a reason I didn't start buying these things until my adulthood, though. It's a stupid, expensive, dumb, stupid...
That is true. I also was not... Like, I liked trading card games before I was an adult. Like, I'd beg my mom all the time to please get me Pokemon cards. And if I wanted to build a deck, I had to, like, ask my mom. Because at the time, I didn't have adult money. I had, like, my allowance. And then, like, the little money I'd make at my part-time that I didn't use on cards because I was paying off some other stuff. But now that I have adult money and like not much debt, I'm like, I can finally buy all the cards I want, and now my house is just full of them.
Thing to like, and you can never be.
For those who don't know, I play Pokemon TCG, and I also play One Piece TCG, and I also play Card Fight Vanguard, and I also play a little bit of Grand Archive and Yu-Gi-Oh. I am a very, I would like to think, a seasoned TCG player.
I'm buying them. But at the end of the day, I don't care, baby. I love to gamble. And I think they're interesting.
Yeah!
I would love to run through the history of, like, just trading cards in general. So I'm gonna do that. I can do whatever I want on this channel. You guys don't care, do you?
Hey,
I hope
true.
you don't. This is gonna be more of like a chronological rant. But then I'm gonna yell about the people who enjoy this hobby because they suck and they ruin things and they make things terrible. So without further ado, the trading card chronology. I got there. So you might think that sports cards are the OG trading cards, but you would be wrong. Do you want to know where trading cards actually got their start? It's the early 1900s, so it's gonna be cigarettes. Cigarette cards were a thing that these companies did back in the 1800s, I guess further back than the 1900s, to advertise their crap and stiffen up packaging. They featured all different types of art pieces, and apparently the lithographs made them really pretty. I don't know what that is, but they said it on Wikipedia.
People just like collecting art.
Them by buying the cigarettes that doctors swore were super great for them at the time. So when it comes to the
it still mind boggles me that doctors were like, yeah, smoking's fine. Yeah, just inhaling smoke is okay for your body. Don't even worry about it.
Addictive art of the trading card world, just know that it started there too. It's cigarettes. Thank you, Big Tobacco. You've done so much for this country. I will go buy a pack of American Spirits after this taping. The first of these things started showing up in the 1860s. But then, baseball cards showed up. So there was an immediate jump to that kind of thing. They first started showing up around the 1860s. And they were just advertising cards for anything at all that had pictures of baseball players on them. By the end of the 1880s,
those are super cool.
They were a huge part of cigarette cards, cementing their popularity forever. So it did start as a cigarette card, but it was an advertisement for baseball, so they were putting baseball cards in cigarettes. So the original pack openings, oh my god, is that where we get the term pack? Whoa.
Pack openings. Oh, Lord.
Oh, okay. It took a solid 30 years before these things even started being printed with statistics instead of advertisements. But like I said, originally it was advertisements. It took like 30 years to put like statistics on those things. Originally it was just all ads. And another 10 years before they were included in a pack of gum because children. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think children were smoking a lot of cigarettes back then. Maybe one or two after their day shift, but I don't think they were big into cigs. But they didn't really take
I don't think so
until the
either.
1950s when Topps got heavy into them, following a big old boom in card popularity after World War II. Because during the war, there was like no production of baseball cards. They were more focused on building the bombs than, you know, putting my boy Mickey Mantle on a piece of plastic. But because there was no production of cards, people were going wild for them. They're like, what happened to my old Siggy art cards? So that's right. The two things you have to thank for trading cards are cigarettes, Hitler, pretty much. Weird. I don't know. I don't want to say that, but that's true. But Topps is credited with creating the first
God fucking damn it, Hitler.
Set of traditional baseball cards around this time using
I swear to God,
bios, and full color photographs. And personally, as someone who collects Magic the Gathering cards, I don't understand baseball cards because
I don't either. It's okay. I collect cards with hot ladies on them, hot men, and then I also collect cards with Pokemon on them. It's okay. I won't judge.
With them. And I understand people do that with like Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh and Pokemon, but at the end of the day, like there should be a game you can play, right? When I was a kid, I thought baseball cards were like you'd put down, I don't know, a big poppy card and you check the stats.
There's games, and I play them. They're a lot of fun.
You take that person's card. No, they're just cool to look at, which is stupid. And also, I just think it's crazy.
Question for anybody who is like collected Pokemon cards as a kid. Did you guys ever play like that version of Pokemon? Like you didn't know how to play or you were just too lazy to set up an actual game and you had like a Charizard that like had 100 or so HP with like a 50 attack power and then you'd put it in front of your friends and you'd try to see who had the bigger number and you know you'd just have like the Charizard that just beats everybody and you'd be like the queen of the recess playground and it was a lot of fun. Yeah, totally not speaking from personal experience.
People are still doing this. I understand collecting a baseball card in 1967 was probably really neat, but nowadays, we got streaming. Just go watch Rick and Morty. I don't know. I always see these things in boxes at the end shelf of Targets, and I'm like, who the is picking those up? Although, you know,
I'm sure there are a few people.
It's a scratch ticket, because you can get a piece of someone's jersey that murdered somebody, and all of a sudden it's worth money.
What?
Moving on.
But first,
Let's do an ad. Hair.
Yeah.
You have it. I have it. Some people don't have it. We're not talking about them today.
Maybe not in the most traditional form of hair, but I have hair.
Statistically, you aren't treating it right. Don't you want improved hair texture, a balanced scalp, and overall healthier hair over time? Well, might I suggest using today's sponsor, Kitsch. Kitsch not only makes excellent hair care products at affordable prices, but it's also a self-financed, female-owned global accessory brand.
Oh, hell yeah!
All of those words gotta make you feel happy for at least a second. Their products,
I'm very
like
happy.
My favorite, the bar shampoo, makes so much sense once
bar
you see it in
shampoo?
action. It's formulated with rice water to help repair damaged follicles and to prevent split ends. And you're also saving a lot of plastic by using their shampoo and conditioner bars, and that's important because the earth is dying. And even if that wasn't enough to sell you, my beautiful hair should be enough. I didn't use it yet, but here's some, I did it after, so you can see, look how beautiful I am. Look at all that volume, look at all that shine. Before this, I was using dude hair products, which is not good, bad. So if you're interested, use code BIGTUG for 25% off site-wide, which auto-applies at checkout when you use my link. I suggest grabbing the shampoo conditioner combo, which is less than $25 using my code, and they ship in the US and internationally to over 90 countries. Kids, saving hair, money, plastic, time, and hair. I don't remember if I said hair yet, so I'm kind of panicking now.
I like this guy.
One of the biggest hitters in the trading card game. They put out a bunch of random crap to see if they could make more than just sports stuff mid-cash for them. A bunch of random stuff. And I'm just going to speed run through these because Topps went crazy for a little bit. You got space cards in 1958 because of the space race. These are dope.
I like that.
I would buy these. I wish they were still
around. Those are really cool.
Something called Wacky Packages in 1967. These were like wacky, fun, silly stickers that were parodies of bigger brands at the time, which is also cool. You should be able to give kids like little, like, you know, Garbage Pail Kids. Those should come back. But they had like 1960 humor. So
I hate Garbage Pail Kids. I think they're so ugly.
Wasn't great. Like they had one that was Wheaties, but instead it said Weekies.
I get it. Sorry.
Our grandparents weren't funny. They also did Star Wars cards in 1977, which are not my bag of tea, or however you say it. I don't like Star Wars. Come at me. I don't give a but they're now doing Star Wars cards again. There's a new trading card game with Star Wars, so everything comes back around.
There's what is it? Star Wars Unlimited. Yeah, my locals has that like every week, and I genuinely ask my like store owner, I'm kind of like, does anybody actually show up and play this? And yes, there's actually quite a few people who play Star Wars Unlimited. I had no idea. I guess that's cool.
Last one I give a about is the Garbage Pail Kids in 1985. Talked about
They're
earlier.
ugly.
These are my favorite.
They're gross.
Oh my god, I used to love collecting these when I was a little kid.
I hate them. They look so disgusting.
They are so cool and interesting and fun. These were a parody of Garbage Pail Kids, but all of them had like a weird up name, and some of them had like Scratch and Sniff that smelled like garbage. They were just like for the edgy kids, and I loved it. The thing that all these top cards have in common is that they were pretty completely useless.
Now this is
pretty
peak.
Junk to trade, you know, and that being said, the gamification of trading cards was coming sooner rather than later. And that's when we get to the thing that made me make this video, Magic the Gathering. I just got into it this year, which is such a dumb time to get into Magic the Gathering.
It is a really bad time to get into Magic, but hey, man, it's fun from what I'm told. I don't know how to play Magic, but from my friends that do play Magic, they really like it. Yeah, but the only thing they don't like is the amount of damage that game has done to their wallets and credit cards.
Gathering. Why am I doing this? It was like, yeah, you know what? I think I will try. I have nothing to lose. One glorious nerd named Richard Channing Garfield invented this amazingly terrible game. And you're thinking, Garfield, Tucker, isn't that the cat? And you think, again, no, that cat was named after President Garfield, who is a relative of this Garfield. Also in the family is the guy who invented the paperclip. The Garfields have been working behind the scenes for years. Richard was farming around in Portland in the 1980s, doing board game stuff with his buddies from no other than Wizards of the Coast. You guys know Wizards of the Coast, right? The ones who own D&D and Magic the Gathering and are notable over-monetizing douchebags and really ruin things for other people, but they made two of the biggest IPs of nerd ever, so you kind of gotta deal with them. Well, I guess those fellas pushed Richard to come up with his own card game, and he did exactly that while going through graduate school for computer programming. Which begs the question, how easy is graduate school if you can come up with a best-selling trading card game, the first ever trading card game, at the same time as getting your degree? You know, graduate school is for idiots. Don't do it. And it's not like this was light work. Do you understand how complex Magic the Gathering is, there are so many layers to it that they have a whole certification process you have to go through if you want to be a judge at tournaments.
Yeah.
And looking over it, it's probably harder than the bar exam. There's like 20,000 Magic the Gathering cards. Chris, put up the number of actual cards, individual cards.
That's insane. 90, you guys can't see it, there you go. 90,870 cards. Dear fucking Lord. To be fair, not all of them, I'm sure, is legal, like, to play right now because there's different formats, but that is still, like, a lot of fucking cards
that are out there. It's like 11,000 or something, and you have to know what each one of those does and how they interact with other cards. It's crazy. There's this whole thing called the stack that tells you when things happen. You have to factor in things like double strikes and death touches, and it's monstrously complicated. It didn't start that way. The alpha version of the game was pretty simple, a little OP, and kind of didn't really understand what it was doing, but he still did it during graduate school, so I'll cut him some slack. It came out in 1993 and basically immediately sold out, and it never stopped being sold out again. And primarily the reason why I hate Magic the Gathering is because I want to keep talking about it because I find it so interesting, but I made a structure for this video. Now I got to talk about Pokemon cards instead.
Yes!
Pokemon cards are stupid. It was original.
I'm offended. I don't think they're stupid. I don't think they're stupid. It's time to cancel him.
Called Pocket Monsters because it was a video game first that fit in your pocket. Two guys from Japan named Satoshi Tajiri and Ken Sugimori came up with the idea and pitched it to Nintendo in 1990. But it wasn't released as a game until 1996 for the Game Boy, and it should have stayed there. The games are infinitely better than the card game. Getting a shiny in Pokemon
That's subjective.
Pokemon feels like a special event. Getting a shiny in a Pokemon pack makes you Google how much this is worth, and then you find out it's worth a nickel, and then you want to die. And Pokemon players are way more serious than Magic the Gathering players in a different way. One, there's a lot of you can't sit with us energy at Pokemon players tables, I've noticed.
That I can agree with.
I don't know if that's, I'm just maybe just socially anxious. But two,
No. There's just some Pokemon players that are like that. Not that I'm talking from personal experience.
Magic the Gathering players are dorky, but they want you to play. And Pokemon players are
that is true. The magic players in my locals are super duper nice.
Scalpers that are just taking it and selling it to children, which is a whole different issue. They're scalping in Magic the Gathering, but Chris, put up a video of someone like raiding a Costco for all those losers with their ass cracks hanging out.
Out of control. I hope all of these people fucking go to HE double hockey stick.
But also, the gameplay of the Pokemon trading card, no one plays it because it's terrible. There's like
that I disagree with. I disagree with. The Pokemon TCG, and just to give you guys context, I am a semi-competitive Pokemon TCG player, and I'm also a judge. So I've worked my fair share amount of events. I've played at a lot of regionals, and every single regional for Pokemon has gotten bigger and bigger every single year. We have Worlds coming up this weekend of the time I am reacting to this, and there's going to be a ton of people, so I think maybe this guy is just a little bit not educated enough in what, like, hasn't been in the Pokemon TCG community enough. But, I mean, compared to Magic I think is always going to be the #1 TCG. So I guess it's really easy to just compare any other TCG and look at it and be like, yeah, nobody plays it and nobody cares about it and stuff like that. I think it's easy to say that when you're comparing it to the #1 TCG by, like, a light year. You know what I mean? Like, it's yeah. Unless he might be over exaggerating, but I think if you were to look at numbers and statistics of how many players are playing at these tournaments, how many players are playing at like cups and regionals and stuff like that, you would notice that a lot of TCG players I'm noticing are actually switching to Pokemon because a lot of the TCGs at the competitive level are not paying out enough. The pricing could just be like not good. Cough, cough, air fryer at Yu-Gi-Oh regionals. So a lot of them have been actually switching over to Pokemon because the Pokemon prize pool is significantly better. So, yeah. I think this person just doesn't know and is just looking at like one thing, and again, comparing it to Magic, which will always be the number one.
5 people on Earth who actually play that game. Everyone else is just collecting it because it's worth money. You can quote me on that. If you are in the comments down below, you love that playing Pokemon trading card game, let me know, and then go to trading card shop down the street and buy Magic the Gathering set. Buy a Commander deck, because it's way better than that Pokemon Pokemon sucks. The card game sucks.
No. I think
the
you're
first
just
Pocket Monsters trading card
not
game came out in
educated
1996, but only in Japan. They hit the US in 1999.
How to play, and I think maybe he's thinking about like the old trading card games. I feel like the new one, it's actually, so this is just my opinion. I think the Pokemon trading card game is one of the easiest card games to learn. However, the skill ceiling is incredibly like high, in my opinion. I think that there is a huge separation between good players and great players. It's just a lot of micro decisions, I think it comes down to. And you can argue that, like, oh, yeah, well, there's some, all trading card games are like that. But I think Pokemon especially, I think it's very hard to get really, really good in the game. I've been playing for well over now, like coming up on 20 years, and I am still very mediocre at this game. So, and there is just there are some people that are so gifted. I don't understand how they'll be playing and making actions that to me doesn't make any sense. But then at the end of the game, they completely swoop me, and I'm like, oh, they did that because they were looking to make that play later on. Like, it's just like stuff like that. So I think I don't want to say it grinds my gears when people say that Pokemon TCG is a baby game and it's really easy to play and that everybody who's playing it isn't actually good at card games, because that is just not true. I think the true part is that, yes, it is a children's card game, but it can be very technically hard when it comes to certain decks to play. So there are some brain dead decks in the game. I don't think all those brain dead decks are good, but yeah. Sorry, I'm going on a rant because I'm very passionate about Pokemon. Play One Piece. It's more fun than both. I agree. I like One Piece a lot. The One Piece card game is very fun. Right now, I find it more fun than Pokemon, but again, I think it's just personal preference. I also want to note that a lot of the pro Pokemon players actually play in other card games, and a lot of the time, those pro Pokemon players are topping the regionals for other card games. I mean, have you guys seen Ian Rom? He made it in top 8 of Worlds last year, took a break from the game, and then proceeded to top, I think he might have won a Magic tournament, like a big one. I can't remember, but he topped one of the Magic tournaments. And then there was another player, Lucas Zing. He took a break from Pokemon, literally went to a One Piece tournament, grabbed a deck he like watched one Metafy video on, and proceeds to top the event. So like, don't sleep on pro Pokemon players. These people are so cracked. There's actually a video I maybe want to watch at some point. It's done by I can't remember. I think Bert PTCG. He did like a whole video on how is it that Pokemon players are also topping other card games. And I think it's going to be a very interesting watch. If we have time today, we'll watch it. Sorry, I don't typically yap this much in a TCG, or in a video, but I'm very, very passionate. So when I hear people say Pokemon sucks, but you haven't actually like played it or like sat down and watched like pro play, I'm kind of like,
And through Wizards of the Coast, God forbid they don't get their hands in those. And then you got the animated series in 1997, and now everyone loves Pikachu. And now there's a big balloon of Pikachu at the Thanksgiving Day parade because of cigarettes and Hitler. It all goes back to cigarettes and Hitler and the Soviets. But we can't talk about
Jesus
Magic
fucking
the Gathering
Christ.
and Pokemon without number 3, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yu-Gi-Oh! Came out in 1999 trying to copy the success of Pokemon. Yu-Gi-Oh! Was pretty cool for a hot minute, and the show was also cool adjacent. Well, it was kind of like the alt community, you know, it wasn't had the main appeal of Pokemon. Also, the cards are really dark and f***ed up. I don't know what that's all about. But Yu-Gi-Oh! Hasn't been cool for years, yet there's like 5 guys in every card shop that swear by Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, I don't know how to fit this in organically.
That I'm not huge on Yu-Gi-Oh! But I think Yu-Gi-Oh's still doing fine. I think it's still doing okay. Yeah, when he said, I just got into Magic the Gathering this year. I'm like, wow. So you barely got introduced to TCGs this year. Okay.
Going back to how f***ed up these cards are, have you ever seen the art for Zork Necrophage?
Jesus fucking Christ! I'd smash.
Like, what is that? And also, the Blue Eyes White Dragon, there's like an all art of that. They gave it like thighs.
Oh, smash.
That was weird. But it gave us Pot of Greed, the Pot of Greed beams, so I'm cool with that. But also, Yu-Gi-Oh, when it comes to like how the game is played, it is possible to win that game in one hand. Like the other person doesn't get to play, and that's not
that is the worst part of the game.
Yu-Gi-Oh is not a well-balanced game, so I don't understand why people love it so much. Also, how you count the points, like it goes up to like 40,000 points.
And that is why I will play Master Duel and Master Duel only. I cannot imagine sitting down and actually playing an IRL Yu-Gi-Oh game. I think that would drive me insane. That would push me to the edge.
There's some that. How about we just kill little monsters like you should in every trading card game? But now that Magic the Gathering and Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh did their things, everyone's trying to get in on the trading card success. Magic the Gathering is doing their licensed bullshit with like Spider-Man, and there's SpongeBob and Monty Python Magic cards. I don't know what's going on. Disney tossed out a trading card game called Lorcana, which is their attempt at making a Magic the Gathering.
I have feelings on Lorcana, but I feel like I can't properly voice them because I don't play Lorcana. I think the art's cool. I don't know how I actually feel about the game mechanics because I learned how to play it, and I was just kind of like, eh.
Gathering. There's this new One Piece game that half of my Magic friends have moved over to. I think League of Legends has a trading card game. Like, everyone's just doing this because you can make a ton of money.
Riftbound, I'm excited for that.
Market is oversaturated, and I don't know what to do about that. I just play Magic. Actually, I went to a trading card store, and this guy was like, I got the Final Fantasy cards if anyone's looking for them. And I was like, damn, he's got the pre-release that's not even out yet. How did he get that? And I bought them, and I brought it home, and I paid like $200 for this huge box, and I opened it up, and it was the Final Fantasy trading card game, not the Magic Final Fantasy collab.
Typical TCG player. Can't read.
I've never been angrier in my life. If anyone needs these cards, or tell me if they're worth any money, because I'm just sitting on these Final Fantasy cards and they're terrible. But now that the history's all done, I get to talk about the crap that makes me want to scream. You've all ruined what tobacco and Hitler has done for all of us, and you should be ashamed. Number one, scalpers. I talked about them earlier. We're getting into it now.
All
this
is the
worst part of this stupid hobby. Do you understand how hard it is to find cards now unless you know where to go? Every time I stop by the trading card aisle in Target to grab a few packs for and giggles, I leave empty-handed. Because assholes go in there, full-grown adults, and plop their asses down and learn when the f***ing stock boy restocks that and takes all of them, then resells them on eBay. It's
you know what's even worse, and it's totally not because I'm speaking from experience. Nope, not at all. When the Target employees themselves are in on it. Holy moly! Can I tell you guys a story? I'm sorry. I have a lot of things to talk about. But first of all, the local Target, the nearest one to me in Atlantis. There's a few Targets in Atlantis, but the one I frequent. From my understanding, the Target employees at that Target are in on it. Like, they actually, like, hide product in the back for themselves. Second of all, apparently, there's this one lady who is in charge of stocking, like, the TCG stuff. Tell me why the insane scalpers in Atlantis, because there's scalpers here that live here, they put an air tag on this lady's car because they figured out that she goes early in the mornings, like I'm talking 3-4 a.m. to Target to go restock. So they put an air tag on this lady's car to see when she would go to Target and restock, so that way they know when to line up in the morning. True story. Why do I know this? And it's because I have one of my close friends works at Target. Insane. Yes, I don't know whatever happened to that, but I'm hoping that whoever did that, they caught him and they arrested him, because you can't freaking do shit like that. So disgusting.
Embarrassing. People who do this are called rip and shippers because that's what they do. They rip open packs, then ship them out for profit. Or maybe the rip is for rip-off because these dork bags. Douche dork bags. It's gotten so bad that these retailers are discontinuing carrying these products because of the hassle. Pokemon just released a bunch of vending machines because they thought it would be good for the kids. And that went south immediately. You had full-grown adults lining up just putting dollar after dollar into these vending machines. Oh, it's so bad. And like, I live in Brooklyn, right? And there's a place called 20-Sided that sells cards, and they are so cool about that. Like, I can buy as many packs as I want, but I've seen it before. Like, someone will go in there and try and buy as much as possible, and they're like, no, we can tell you no. Like, you. You're obviously scalping. You don't love the hobby. We're here for the hobbyists. That's what I'm all about, baby. That's what these places should be doing.
But AW card shop.
A Target doesn't give a Scalpers are pieces of shit. These guys are beating the shit out of each other in Costco over boxes of cards.
So embarrassing.
You've got people buying these things by the pallet. They fill up hotel rooms, floor to ceiling with boxes, tins, whatever else they can get their gritty little hands on. And yes, I mean, Pokemon's for children. It is for children. So you should feel bad about that. Magic the Gathering's a little bit different. But even at the end of the day, dude, you shouldn't be doing this. Another big issue in trading cards is rarity chasing. This is way more prevalent in Pokemon, but it also happens in Magic and Yu-Gi-Oh. Everybody wants to be the big special boy with the big special card.
I think it happens in every single card game. It's also like a huge thing in One Piece as well.
The guy with the shiny piece of cardboard that nobody else has. Really, that was originally the whole point of card collecting. You wanted the coolest card at the playground. If you're not a card person, I have no idea why you're watching this video in the first place, but there's always 1 or 2 rare cards per pack that you open. And some of those rare cards are a lot rarer than the others. And people will pay far too much money for the special shiny big card boy. It's wild how much, like, I'm trying to think of a card recently that came out for Magic. The f***ing Miku card is worth a lot of money. If I had $1 for every time I saw a video of someone crying about a card they found in a pack, I could probably afford a couple more packs. But there's a reason why they're crying. It's because that card might put their kid through college. Chris, put up that video of that guy finding the one ring. Like, he's trembling, and that's the card he sold to Post Malone for $3 million.
Holy shit.
Changed that person's life because he opened one Magic pack. You've also got weird ones like Mark Jackson basketball cards with the Menendez brothers just chilling behind them. It's only worth like 20 to 30 bucks, but it's worth money because those 2 murderers are in the background. But you would not believe what kind of money people are paying for pieces of cardboard in this industry. And it's crazy because you're trading pieces of cardboard for pieces of paper to collect more cardboard to sell for more paper. It's all just paper. Actually, let's do another speed run through the most insane sales of cards, because these numbers make me borderline suicidal. I already talked about the One Ring, the Post Malone. Do you guys know that story? Post Malone's a big-time Magic the Gathering fan.
I love Post
Malone.
Malone.
The Lord of the Rings set came out in 2023 and included 1 single copy of this variant version of the One Ring. He basically put a bounty out for it. When some dude in Canada found it, Post bought it for $2.2 million. Good for him. That's how you should be spending your money if you're a rich person. Does that sound like a lot of money? Well, you'd be right, but we're just getting started. The other big card that everyone in Magic knows about is the Black Lotus. I don't really understand why it's so special.
I've heard of this one.
I think it's like 1 mana for 3 mana or something, 3 colorless mana or any color. I don't know. It's a way over OP card, and it came out in the alpha pack, and it's in the unprintables, which is a list. I don't think that's the right name for it, but it's a certain list of cards that they will never print again because people said don't print it because the value was going down. So it's super rare, and the most recent one sold for $3 million last year for a card. And you can't play
$3 million? What the hell? Huh? What CCG do you play? Pokemon, One Piece, Vanguard. Those are my main ones.
With that card, I would be so afraid to use that card in tournament play. Logan Paul bought a mint condition Illustrator Pikachu in 2022 for, oh my god, $5.2 million.
Oh, Lord.
I don't know why when Post does it, I'm cool with it. When he does it, I'm not. That's bias right there. And sports cards are a whole different ball game. Travis, bad pun, dude. Travis wrote this script. Come on, man. Sick of you. Sports cards regularly go for over $4 million. And a 1952 Mickey Mantle rookie card sold in 2022 for, Chris, put in a drum roll. I'm gonna do a little something special here. $12.6 million. You can buy.
Do you know how much how $12.6 million could change my life? Why couldn't that be me?
House in the hills of Manhattan for that much money. There's no hills in Manhattan. I don't know. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't think there's any hills.
I guess I was wrong, though. People are still buying sports cards, but go show them some love over at Target, because no one's touching those things. So you can kind of see why this whole...
That's enough to save me, Shoujo. Oh, no.
Rare chasing thing makes sense. The thing...
I don't think anything can save me, Shoujo.
The thing that makes me so mad about the whole rip and shipping thing is that people think they're being so clever. Like they're gaming the system or something. You're buying scratch tickets, you dipshit. They've been doing this thing in Magic that's so shady, I just want to scream. They make these rare things that they know
Lord,
people
not
are
the
gonna
collector
want, like the
boxes!
One Ring or the David Tennant Doctor Who card. It's always the branded shit. But regardless, they know you're gonna chase after it, so they purposefully keep them out of the regular packs and only put them in the collector packs, which are conveniently 4 times the price. So if
Jesus fucking Christ.
To get a chance at getting the big boy card, you gotta spend $20 on a single pack, and I do it all the time. I love collector packs.
Why I wasn't gun run buying TCGs.
So much because almost all the cards are shiny and it makes my little pea brain go doki doki. It's a scam. It's always been a scam. I'm getting bent over the barrel, but I did get the rare art Surveil land card from the Murders at Karlov Manor collector deck. So, I don't know. It's worth $20. Maybe I'll buy another one. But since there's millions of dollars on the line for these big cards, scammers are out there working real hard. Honestly, harder than most of us. And that's the problem. Cards only go for that much money when they're graded. There's like 4 of these 3-letter companies that will take a look at your cards. And then they rate them on a scale from 1 to 10 in terms of their condition. And the condition doesn't have to do with if you scratched it or not. There's some shit that you can't even decide, like how centered the printing is or shit like that. Like, you don't decide what the grade of the card is, even if you use leather white gloves or whatever the But getting it graded is a hassle. You have to like ship your cards out to them and catch them at a convention, and I'm way too lazy for that crap. But if I think I'm gonna get $1 million for a card, do you think I'm gonna send that through the mail? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna trust that dip USPS? Absolutely not. But regardless, there's a lot of people out there making fake cards and fake grading them to make a profit. One fun example is Nationwide Sports and Pokemon.
I've heard about this stuff, the fake PSA. What the hell? What?
Curcio and Losif, what the f is that last name, had a little scheme running where they made mid-graded cards look like they were high-graded and swindled a bunch of card shops and buyers out of money. They did around $2 million in damages to people while using the stupid fake names like Brendan Woolley and Joe I still can't say the last name. But they got arrested in 2024 and they're facing up to 20 years in jail. You guys.
As they should.
Are out there all the time. Like, I think Logan Paul bought like a ton of fake Pokemon cards. Like, people see the ability to make a profit by selling you bullshit. And why wouldn't they? There's so many fake alpha Magic the Gathering packs out there. It's all crazy. And resealing is another huge issue. So an alpha pack.
Do you guys remember that one guy who was doing like TikTok rip and ships, and he accidentally he wrote on an energy card for Pokemon the name of someone's like username, and typically they do that like after they finish like a rip and ship order to like label, okay, these cards are gonna go to this person. So this person resealed some packs and accidentally left one of those cards. So he opened the pack and there was the card that he wrote like another person's username on, and people were like, did you reseal this? And he was like first denying it, and then he doubled down, and it was really, really bad.
Which means like the original packs of the original set of Magic the Gathering are worth, I think, like $7,000 each, right? Which, if you don't know about this hobby, you're probably just gasped. That's how it is. But people will open those, see if there's any good cards in there. If there are, they take them out and replace them with bad cards, and then reseal it with like a factory resealer, so you have no idea. It's crazy. And even just buying and selling cards like through the internet, like TCG Player, is a gamble. People will, like, if you sell a card, people will just say, I never got it, to like get a free card and get their money back. It's horse.
Fuck those guys. I hate those motherfuckers.
Why would you ever mail your cards? The actual stores like Target are scamming you too. You ever see those special 3 boosters for 18 deals? Those are a scam. These secondhand retailers are taking packs with no chance of rares and putting them in a thing.
Don't ever chat. I know you guys have probably seen these in the stores before, okay? If you ever see like one of those like really not official looking, like, oh, yeah, 3 Pokemon booster packs and a random promo, and it's in like some dinky little box and there's like no official Pokemon branding on it, do not buy it. You want to know why? These companies, this is what I was told, and again, maybe for legal reasons, this is not facts, but it is very highly speculated. Do not buy these products because they're loose packs that these companies likely just weigh. So if you guys would know what like weighing means, right? So if you look at a, say, super rare card, often these cards have like extra layers of like aluminum or some sort of foiling, right, on these cards to make them look shiny, to make them look nice, to have textures on the cards. So obviously, if those cards are in packs, the pack is going to be maybe a little heavier. So what these companies, not even just companies, people do this. Also, just be very careful, chat, when buying loose packs from even just like stores, from like LGSs and stuff. Just be very, very wary. A lot of the time, these people, what they'll do is they'll weigh the packs, they'll keep the heavy packs, and then they'll leave the lighter packs to sell. Now, am I saying you should weigh? I do whatever the hell you want, but if your intention is to just profit and all that, like, fuck you. And just leave like the freaking lighter packs. Well, sometimes there might be like a nice card in those lighter packs, but maybe 8 times out of 10, there really isn't anything. So be very, very careful. Yes, people started using metal detectors. Dude, I've seen those videos where people go to stores or LGSs and they'll just use a metal detector on packs. And then they'll open the pack where the metal detector beeps. And then there's something in it. I don't know. People are finding ways to see what's inside a pack. Oh, okay, this card is in this pack. Oh, there's a really good hit in this one, and they'll open it. It's crazy. I don't know. There's going to be at some point, maybe somebody's already doing this, or they're going to just get like a little mini x-ray sort of machine so they can see exactly what cards are in there. I have no idea. This is why I always buy sealed product, and I only ever buy them from like the actual like Pokemon Center, like for Pokemon cards, or I'll buy them at like Target where I know they're selling like official Pokemon sealed product. I almost never buy from Amazon because Amazon is known to have resealed product, because a lot of the times the people who are selling Pokemon on Amazon are actual people, not the actual Amazon facilities. So these people are just shipping them out of their houses. Like, just be very, very wary of where you get your trading card game product, because this isn't only a Pokemon thing. This happens for, I want to say, most card games.
Trying to scam your grandma into buying you some dog because she doesn't know any better. $18 for 3 packs when normally you'd pay $3 for each pack. It's ridiculous. Target selling those is disgusting. Conclusion. I don't know what it is. I love it. I love this hobby, and it's just gambling, but you can also play a game with them. The game of Magic the Gathering is very fun, but it is gambling, so I don't know how to feel. I don't know why I buy the cards. I don't know why I go to tournaments.
It's okay.
I'm not even having a good time. I show up with a pre-con rule deck.
That's not good.
Barb, whatever the f***ing raccoon's name is, and these guys across the table from me have an $800 commander deck that they built, and they're going for f***ing EDCH or whatever the f***. I can't stand it. And then I've wasted an entire day just for what? To be around a bunch of unshowered jerks that are a million times smarter than me for 20 minutes a pop. And then there's always new banned cards, and there's always a new format that I have to learn. Tournaments are always held in weird little speakeasies to keep the gatekeepers away and the pedophiles close. It's just
Jesus fucking
the most
Christ.
fun I've ever had in my life. Like, comment, and subscribe, and do all those things. New videos every Saturday and every other Wednesdays. Check out Extra Talk, dude. Just do it. $4 a month. $4 a month. You get a new video every week. Every week you get an extra video. What are you doing? Just sitting there, and you get your name at the end of the video. I may make the font bigger at this point, because I don't know. I'll just have to talk here for longer, because you guys, it's too many names. It's too many names. The cat's nowhere here, so I can't bring her into frame. But thank you guys for watching. Have a great one.
I can tell this guy was very passionate about what he's talking about. Oh Lord. Yeah, it was a fun video. I got a little mad at some of the Pokemon stuff, but hey, man. I mean, that's why you guys watch me react to stuff, right? You want to hear my thoughts? Are you going to get the V card on Friday so you can pull it for yourself? Oh, boy. I will not. So, I will not be streaming Friday because I am not going to be here this weekend. However, I will be releasing something on Friday for V card. Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. Don't you worry, Pookies. What about Card Market? I haven't bought anything from Card Market before. What's a good place to order for Vanguard packs? Does 50 cards sell sealed product? I'm pretty sure they sell sealed product. I say 50 cards. I really like shopping from them. You can use code Poseidon5 for 5% off your order. But yeah, they should be selling, yeah, they sell sealed product. So definitely recommend picking some stuff up over there. Shameless self-promo. Okay, let's see. That was a fun video. That wasn't in my plan of videos to watch for today.